And we are live. Hello Twitch, hello YouTube. For people that are watching this later, if you're looking at like who is he talking to, what's happening, I'm live on YouTube and Twitch, working on building the tier list, talking to the community, and basically we're trying to build the best possible tier list that we can, right? It's that's the goal of this stream. That was the goal of the previous stream from yesterday. I'm personally trying to do a tier list, and because I've not played enough where I can, easily do a single tier list myself, I'm getting the help of the community. But not only that, even if I would have played enough, would have had enough knowledge myself, I would have still liked to get the community involved, because at the end of the day, again, what I'm trying to build is not just Odd One Gaming's tier list. I want to try and build, the best possible King Arthur tier list that I can. So as much feedback is welcome. Everybody's welcome to give us feedback, so that's good. That's, the more input, the better. Stevie B, hello. It's an awesome game. It truly is. It truly is. I'm really enjoying it. It's kind of a breath of fresh air as well, considering that I've been playing, Raid Shadow Legends for over 4 years. I'm kind of like over it a little bit. So now I'm definitely enjoying King Arthur. It's fun. It has the complexity of Raid. It has good graphics. So far so good, right? So far I'm just loving it. Ricklington, good morning. How are you? Welcome. How's everybody doing this fine day, morning, evening, wherever you are in the world? Because it's that's how it is with streaming games. It's international. It's from everywhere in the world. Valentine Ray, good day. Hello. How are you doing, my friend? Welcome. Just doing a few arena fights first. Just a little bit of stuff. Because honestly, I've been kind of like slacking on pushing my content recently, because there's so much work going in the background. I'm kind of working on a little bit of something heavily. I've been working on the tier list, lots of IRL stuff working and all of that. It's been better than Dragonair. It's I would say it's kind of like on par. Like, I loved Dragonair more. I enjoyed it more, but there's been too many things that, unfortunately, from my point of view, the devs did wrong there. That kind of makes, this have higher potential. But again, it's only been out for early access for a month, and it's only been live for like, a few days since it went officially global. So hopefully they don't mess up, right? Hopefully they don't mess up, because I'm investing lots of time into it, so hopefully they do good. We stick your flag on Isolde Hill being higher on the tier list. I mean, that's the thing though. It's like Isolde is really amazing, but you have to think about like specific roles, like what they bring, for what other options there are. Isolde's amazing, especially when we're talking about needing to cleanse damage over time. She's better than Sarah. But for overall healing, Sarah does better healing. She cleanses debuffs. She brings defense up. She kind of brings a little bit more, Not saying Sarah's bad. Just she's not saying Isolde is bad. Just saying Sarah's a bit better. How'd Thanksgiving go with the fam? Well, it was we don't celebrate Thanksgiving in Romania, so it was kind of like just working, spending time with the family, nothing too crazy happening, right? It's on this side of the pond. We don't celebrate it, but still we still spend time with the family as always. So that's I guess you could say yesterday I could have said that I'm really thankful for my family. I'm definitely blessed. I have an amazing wife in Susie Plays. Wouldn't want any other wife. I have an amazing daughter in Lily. She's an amazing, sweet little angel. I have amazing parents that help us with the baby. When we have to work, my mom's always helping out with the baby, or my dad if my mom has to do something. So definitely thankful for all of that, right? I'm kind of currently I'm doing my dream job as a content creator. That's when I was young, when I was a teenager, I always was there was a joke. I was like video games. I was like playing on the computer, and my dad kept being like, "Oh, only if you could make money from this, right? Spending so much time, only if you could make money from this." Well, fast forward a few years, and because of gaming, I'm making, I'm paying my bills, supporting my family. I made the love of my life, woman of my dreams. I have a beautiful baby girl. I'm living the dream, right? Like, I'm not making insane amount of money, it's like a job. It's like I'm doing okay. I cannot complain, but I cannot say I'm making too much. I'm still a growing content creator, but I'm really thankful and happy for everything. Call it Noche Buena here. Doesn't that mean like good evening? or good night or something like that. Like, I don't know. Might be wrong. I'm trying my little bit of Spanish. Might be wrong. Okay then, so after this one, I guess I'm just gonna jump back on the tier list. This time, compared to yesterday where I kind of made a mistake, and I wish more people would have told me that you couldn't really see what's happening. But this time, I'm gonna have it a little bit more zoomed in like this, right? So we can see what's actually happening. Might be a little bit too white, but I'm gonna try and keep it like this, and we're gonna try and continue working on people and do as many of these as possible. If there's then ever somebody that you don't agree with, feel free to jump in my Discord. You know, I've designated channels for King Arthur. You can post in there and, you know, give me the reasons why you think somebody should be higher or lower, right? There's good arguments. I'm always open to feedback because, again, we're trying to build the best possible tier list. I think a big thing with this game is that it's more like Summoner's War, the fact that there are essentially 3 different heroes for each name because of the element thing. Then you throw in the relic levels and character passes, it gets complex and enjoyable. That's the thing that I'm impressed about the game, because at the end of the day, right, lots of people might say like, oh, this game is boring, it doesn't have that, you know, it only has 55 characters, like that's not too many. Well, it might only have 55 characters, but it does have 3 relics for all of them. So look at where did Guinevere go? She just went like, I'm out, I'm leaving. But like, yeah, having three relics changes stuff a lot. And Susie Plays coming in with a raid on Twitch. Welcome everybody. And I think there should be some people coming over from YouTube as well. Welcome, welcome. Hope everybody had fun in Susie's stream. So let's continue enjoying this. Hello, hello. Rastafaris, hello again, my friend. How are you doing? I wish they would expand the adventure story mode. I mean, there's lots of things in the works, like, you know, I've heard rumors of the fact that there's like 42 more characters in the game, right? That need to come. I heard rumors that there's gonna be like guild versus guild stuff, so there's always place to grow, right? There's always place to grow. It has a good solid base, and then slowly, yeah, they're gonna be, they will be able to release more stuff, more content. I think for this early, it might be a bit too early to talk about like getting more, you know, more content.
I have to be silly. Hello from the other room.
Woo! Hello.
Goodbye.
Just in case you guys thought I was lying that I'm married to her. Well, see, that's proof.
I'm your derpy pirate.
Yeah, she's my beautiful derpy pirate. Raid, Ellen Media, how's it going? Oh, wrong game. King Arthur. I mean, raid as in the action of raiding. We'll count that. You already got Legendary Fire Relic for Guinevere in Chapter 10. Okay, so yeah, that's one quick tip, I guess, before you jump into stuff. If you're doing this event dungeon and then you're going to the event shop, don't buy this. Don't buy this because you're wasting your resources, because, as Valentine said, you can get this relic for free in Chapter 10 of the adventure. And as of right now, at least, there's nothing to do with dupe relics, only to sell them to buy other stuff. So I would not use these resources. You're better off just buying other things from here that seem like, you know, could be good value. Wow, IRL raid from Susie, exactly. Guinevere's actually the bomb. Yeah, she's amazing. She's amazing, especially with that passive. Like, she's a good tank, but the thing I love most about her is the passive where she brings immunity to abnormal statuses, right? Which one is it? Let me see. Is it the first one? The first one, yeah. Grants all other allies romantic reversal for 50 turns, gains Glimmer of Hope. Pretty much, they all gain abnormal status immunity. And that can be a pain in the backside to deal with. So having this immunity is just perfect. Dupe relics can be used to awaken the relic itself? No, the way you awaken relics is by farming the Shrine of Storms. Right, you go to restricted areas, power up dungeon, Shrine of Storms over here, and this is what you use to awaken them. Unless I missed something, or higher levels, but there's nothing to do with dupe relics, right? Like if I go to relics, and I go to awaken, see, it just uses these resources. I don't have many awakened relics, so I think the one that I do have a bit of awakening is the Jared. But even here, if you look, it just uses these awakening stones, so no dupe relics. Dupe relics, you just go over here where the Lake Avalon is, click in the corner, and then you go to exchange, and I guess you'll go and sell whatever you want, right? So that's what you would do. Okay, so let's see. I guess so far yesterday we worked on Morgan, because everybody gets Morgan, And I do want to mention this before we continue working on it. The way that I'm making this tier list is considering the fact that you only have either Chivalry 0 or only Chivalry 1. I'm going to try and have notes later on where I'm going to put like, okay, if Chivalry 3 becomes 5 everywhere. So like here, if C3 becomes 5 everywhere. Pretty much, right? Then I add something like that for like C3 equals a higher rating from Kruak. So I'm trying to make it as relatable, I guess, and as free to play friendly, but I'm gonna add notes in the future for like, you know, C3s, C5, C8s, where they completely get their kit changed overall, where they become like a ton better. So as another example, Anguish, for example, he's a 4 in Gorgos right now, but if he has a C8, he becomes a 5 for Gorgos, right? Because he brings that extra dot from the bleeds every time he gets a hit. So that's, you know, certain things that will change. But the base of it is gonna be if you have Chivalry 1 or 0, and that's about it, because that's the most relatable. Exactly, Chivalry means everything. So you wanna have, you know, we're just assuming that. And then another thing that I wanna mention is when it comes to the relics, for example, for rares and lower, we assume that you have all 3 of them. So for example, in something like Penveed, if I gave a 3 and 1 to the others, it means you would only choose one of these. You would not care about using the other ones. Even if you have them, we would only rate this one as high as this would be the best. Everything else doesn't matter. Same thing over here for like Iskalhide. You'd only go with the Frost. The other ones don't matter. This would be the best. So it's like you kind of get the gist of it, how I'm trying to judge it and rate it. Hold on, what relic that should I use on Merlin? So what do you mean? What relic of the color should I use on Merlin? Like which one of the 3? I don't have Merlin, so so which element are talking? Frost, fire, or storm? Which relic sets? Oh, you're talking about the keepsake. You're talking about the keepsake, the 3 things at the bottom, right? This one over here, belt, orb, and banner. His fire relic is amazing, Merlin, that is. I think that, from what I've seen, the best one is this Frost one. From what I've seen people say. But obviously, it's hard to get to them for legendary, so you would use whichever you have the best. But let's go and look over here in the crafting. Let's look at keepsake. So we have Immortal, Strife, Corrosion, Fortitude, Focus, and Unity. Now, if we look at Immortal, this one, after using a skill that heals, gives barrier, he does heal. So this could be a good defensive one, but I'm not sure it's that powerful. Strife one, when target dies, gain attack speed increase for the rest of battle, charges that gauge, drain percentage. Again, not the best because he is not that much of a damage dealer per se. Corrosion set. Again, does he inflict lots of dots or no? If he does inflict lots of dots, you go with this one. Then Fortitude, this one, upon being hit, when current HP is 20% or lower, HP recovery 40% of max HP. You could have an argument for this one because he also has a passive that's a bit quirky that pretty much, if he's under 30% HP, when he uses his skill 3, he revives all other dead allies. So if he does get a chance to do that, and then he gets hit while he's still low, he can heal back up, and he can get back into the fight. So this one can be a good one. Then we have the Focus one. Focus is a good overall for support, right? You would give him, he would get Tranquility, increases effect resist, or if he's control, he gets effect accuracy. So Focus could be a really good one for him because he does have lots of debuffs. He does bring the, the freezes. Definitely could be a good one. Gear-wise as well, what sets do you want? Because I want to go for attack, but I don't know if crit matters for... I don't think I would build Merlin for attack. You'd build him more for support. You'd maybe go with Vigor on him, and then complete with the accuracy one, right? So he lands all of his debuffs. That's all he's about. Being fast, landing his debuffs, and pretty much bringing the support for the team. Thinking attack speed, attack set and speed. Again, I don't think I would give him damage. His fire relic is amazing metal. That is, oh yeah, I already read that. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking. Okay, so I guess let's jump back in. So let me see who else I can start rating over here that maybe I haven't played with. think I already rated a colon, right? Because a colon was one of the ones that I had and I used. Yep. Already rated Sarah, Isolde. Who else did I use? I already rated Degenerate. He's pretty good. Everybody else from here was rated. I guess let's go with Rossier, because she has some arguments and some quirky things about her that she could be, you know, she has amazing potential for damage. So first thing, if you look at her passives, the start of the battle, she gains lots of stuff. Damage taken converted to attack. Damage taken converted to drain. Sorry, yeah, damage taken converted to drain. Damage, drain trigger rate increased. And chance to get hit accuracy. So this one pretty much gives us lots more attack, chance to drain, and all of the good stuff. Grossier the glass cannon. Yeah, but she can smack really hard. Then the other passive, when using skill 3, gains fresh crimson blood for 3 turns. When attacking, 100% chance to inflict bleed. So straight up, she brings dots, okay? Now, I know there's been arguments of the fact that, like, fire one's the best one for her. She starts off with the wind one, where she does sacrifice HP, does AoE attack, 178. For, you know, for all of them, 2 times. That's not too bad, plus inflicts bleed. Second hit does, again, double hits with some bleed. And then first skill, triple hit with bleed. So she can bring some damage and some damage over time. Let's go to Frost. Again, triple hit, chance to bleed. Second hit, recovers HP. When affected by buff, gains hit accuracy. When affected by debuffs, gain effect accuracy increase. So she heals herself and gives herself some buffs. Then third skill, she does AoE hit again, 172%. 176% damage and inflict bleed. This one seems kind of like man. Then the third one, this is the one where people are like, you know, rating her highly, and I kind of agree just by looking at the multiplier. So, third hit, sacrifices 10% HP, attacks one enemy 5 times. So just, that means straight up Penveed, good. Deals 350% damage. That's massive, that's a lot of damage. Considering that in the other 4 she does 176 AoE, right? This one's pretty good. 60% chance for last 2 hits to inflict bleed, and then 10% chance for Rossier's attack gauge to charge her attack gauge by 100%, and trigger Hook of Death, where deals damage to all enemies, again more damage to all enemies, and 50% chance to apply bleed. So this one can do lots of damage, can bring dots, at least, you know, at least on the last 2 ones. Second hit, just straight up healing, same thing, gain some buffs. But this one's gonna be hit accuracy and attack speed increase. And then first hit, triple hit with bleed. So, I guess when it comes to stuff like single target damage, you could 100% argue that she, with this one, she can bring solid damage, right? She can pretty much focus one target and then just, you know, take it down. So the way that I would rate her is based on the fire relic. I will rate her in the tier list. I will give her ratings based on choosing the fire relics for whatever we can with its strong affinity. If it's the other ones, she might be lower rating. Again, keep in mind, we're only gonna judge her as Chivalry 1. And Chivalry 1 basically gives this one enhances, where it gives her more stuff at the beginning. Chivalry 8, she becomes really interesting and crazy. We're not judging that. That's gonna be a note added to the end. She does need her passive max to not be a glass cannon. Yeah, that's where it's gonna be something different. But I know there's areas like Forbidden Dungeon, like somebody was saying yesterday, where you pretty much need a character that's gonna one-shot things in the Forbidden Dungeon. Otherwise, it's gonna be tricky. So, let's go for Rossier. Okay, let's see. Let's start. Where is she? Where is she? Okay, that's commons. Can I see it? Maybe? Come on. Did I? Okay, here we go. So, first of all, class, she's gonna be attack. You agree on that. Then, favor, let's see, what favor is she? She's Crow. So I want to put that as to have as a, you know, just as another note, because I'm gonna try and have, like, you know, classes and everything. Okay, let's start with Penveed. So for Penveed, because of the amount of damage that she can do on her third skill, and the fact that it's a 5 hitter, I'm gonna give her a 5 as a damage, honestly. Just straight up in the fire one, because that's the one that does a 5. The other ones, you don't really care, you would not use. We would assume, again, we have all 3, and which one would you choose? Because it's a rare and they're easier to get, you'd go with 5 for the flame one. Gorgos, again, she's only gonna be for Gorgos, I guess, a 4. She brings some dots, right? But I think the problem is, the best one would be, because of element, the storm one. So let me look again, what does the storm one bring? So storm one does AoE double hits with a 40% chance to inflict bleed. Honestly, this one is not as good. you would, again, you would prefer to go with the strong element. However, if you would actually build her for Gorgos, you go with this one. It's a bit squishy, it's a bit tricky, but she can bring, you know, she can bring 2 dots and also bring some decent damage. So maybe, you know, maybe 4 is too high, maybe a 3, because in Gorgos, it's all about damage over time. That's what you would choose. That's what I'm thinking is the right one. Again, if somebody disagrees or thinks otherwise, let me know in stream on Twitch or on YouTube, because it's you know, what's it called? I want to take into account as much feedback as possible so we can do the best tier list. Because again, I'm not trying to make just Odd One Gaming's tier list. No, this is going to be a community built tier list. That's what I want to emphasize on. I want to constantly improve it, constantly update it where it needs to. So any feedback is welcome. Passive not built, she would get killed. Yeah, exactly. So that's why a 3, she can be serviceable, just tricky. If you have C8, then like, yeah. I guess I can put at the end a comment over here like at the other ones. C8 equals 5 for Gorgos. But again, these ones are just keeping as notes because we would, I'm trying to keep it relatable, right? Assuming only C1. Now for Aldri, does she bring enough damage in the Storm form? Because that's what you would use for Aldri, because he's Frost, to be worth it. Because in the Fire one, she would bring lots of damage, but it's not worth it. Storm 1, double hit AoE, 178% with a chance to bleed. Then again, more chances to bleed and then more bleed. So I know that that boss takes reduced damage from damage over time. So I'm not sure she would be that good. I'm not sure I would build her, considering she sacrifices HP. I mean, I guess it's a long sustained fight, so we could, I guess I could see giving her a 3 there as well. Because again, 178 is not bad damage. And in Algae, you can take a few hits, you can heal back up, whereas in stuff like Arceus, if you get hit, you're pretty much dead. That's how it becomes like later stage. Then Tarask just as a damage dealer, because she's fire, I can arguably say I guess a 3 or a 4. She doesn't bring any attack gauge control though, but as a single target damage dealer, just to burst the boss down, I think 4 is a good number. Maybe even 5. What do we think? Because again, in the Fire Relic, she would be Strong Element. She brings a ton of damage, and that boss is really tricky. You don't want to leave that fight to be too long, or you want to have a lot of attack gauge control. Because if that boss keeps hitting, it's going to be a massive problem. But this one hits extremely hard. Like, it's you know, it's a massive multiplier. So definitely got to keep that in mind. So I'm trying to think maybe a 5 or a 4. What do you guys think? I'm thinking 4 is okay, maybe. Because there's 5 would be somebody like a Bedivere, right? 5 would be somebody that's a lot better. That would get the highest rating. So maybe we just keep it as 4, or maybe we come back to that. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, for Iskalhide, it's a bit tricky because this one you have to go with the Frost one, right? Oh wait, this one, no wait, this one has to go the Storm one. So for Iskalhide, again, Frost one, just as a damage dealer in Frost, 176%, good amount of damage, can do some leads, can be worth it, and also with the passive, you know, can deal with it. Also has a chance to get hit accuracy at the beginning, which means she would pretty much ignore the evasion from the boss. So maybe for Iskalhide we go with for the Frost one again, a 3 again. Because like over here would be people that bring good damage, but also do some other things like remove buffs or something else like that. Okay, let's see. Apolea, same principle. Apolea just gonna be mostly about her damage. I guess we can go with a 3 because in the Storm one, because Apolea is Frost and then Storm is strong against Frost, so that could be good. Then I guess in this one, in Arceus, I would say, because lots of people, some people argued yesterday while we were working on the tier list that in Arceus, you kind of need to, you know, have either be a massive damage dealer or it's not worth it. And because Arceus is Storm and she's Fire, I guess we could go with a 5 over here. Or a 4, like just like Tarask. Because she does bring that massive damage. So she could be, you know, bring support around her to keep her alive. If she does get hit, yeah, it's a problem, but that's going to be most damage dealers. So 4 for Arceus, again, in the fire one, does massive single target damage. I think it's a good rating. Then this boss, Thurdenos, this is the Master of Death. I guess I'm just gonna go with average on this one. Maybe 4 for the fire one and 3 in the other ones if you decide to use. But maybe again, maybe we think that we only have one. We only choose one of them. So we'd go with the fire one that does the most damage to try and bring the boss fast down. You know, the tendrils, the legs, the arms, so that one would be good. Same thing for Chrome Kruak. Favorite dungeons, I guess for favorite dungeon, I could put it as a 5 because, you know, there's not too many. Is there somebody else that can be better than her for the Crow dungeon? For the Crow favor? Let me see. Let's go to the Codex. Let's see, is Bedivere Crow as well or not? Okay, he is. So Bedivere's Crow, that means he would take the 5 spots, so she would be a 4. Because again, we have to keep in account the fact that there's gonna be some, you know, if we give her a 5, is somebody gonna be better or not? If somebody is better, then that person needs to get a 5, so she needs to drop down to a 4. Forbidden Dungeon, again, for Forbidden Dungeon, there was the argument of you needing to just take down instantly person's one shot, so that one gets a 5 for the fire one, and then just ignore everything else. For story, I guess for story you can be like a 4 overall, just she brings good damage for everything. Or we maybe just go with 4 and fire, and we choose to only use it in fire. But I think even the AoE ones can be good, so, you know, you can choose whichever one you want to use. And then Arena, I think Arena, she's good as a single target damage dealer, so maybe she gets a 4 or a 5 in Arena, in the fire one, and then everything else is just... Yeah, everything else you will not use, you just go with the fire one that just one-shots, because pretty much, again, in Arena, the way that you're trying to get to, from what we discussed yesterday, is you want to get to a point where you go first, you land those damage taken, those defense penalties, and then you nuke it down. And when you nuke it down, you want solid damage dealers. And at least for like the single target ones, she can be really good. Maybe even for the other ones, because it's 178%. So maybe we go 4-3-3. Maybe these two I could see an argument for as well. But yeah, chat's really quiet. What do we think? Good, bad, could have been worse. And also let me know, is it clear enough? Can you see, or do I need to zoom the list more? Like, is it visually okay? Because I need you guys to see as well, right? There's no point in me working and writing stuff and you're like, I cannot see shit. What's happening? But yeah, that's Rosier. Let's see, who do I jump in next? I guess I want to get the rares out of the way, or start with most of the rares, because the legendaries become a bit more complicated, right? Because there are lots of, you know, completely changing their kit around. So I guess let's jump at the one that I don't have, and let's see. This is where maybe you guys give me more opinions, because you might have used her more. Let's talk about Clementine, right? It's the only rare I haven't pulled. My most wanted, of course, when it comes to rares, because I don't have her, but she has an awesome kit. She has an interesting kit, brings lots of healing, can bring some damage, brings attack gauge control. She's extremely versatile. She's arguably the best healer when it comes to rares. Maybe like, you know, just on par with Sarah. It's kind of like there between her and Sarah. They're kind of like the best ones. Long time no see. How's it going, Sporadically? Totally on you. I mean, I haven't been streaming for a long while sporadically, so yeah. Hope you guys have been well. Yeah, we've been doing well. Just busy, working, you know, raising Sweet Lily, the cute baby girl, and yeah, just living life. Hope you've been good as well. How are you doing? Clementine, you got all of her relics. Okay, so then let's see. Let's start with reading her passive, and then Valentine, your input is going to count on this one. First passive, when using skill 2, after attacks one enemy hitting one random enemy, total damage 48%, 100% chance to decrease attack gauge, the target's attack gauge by 30%. After you book it, after you scroll 1 turn cooldown, that's massive. Heals the ally with the lowest HP by 10% of her HP. That's massive. Attack gauge control and also healing. That's amazing. Second passive, Yellow for Storm, green one for Master of Death. Okay. 100% chance, this one, 100% chance to trigger when using skill 3. Charges Clementine's attack gauge by 100%, triggers the future to come. Attacks all enemies 4 times, deals good damage. Each point of effect accuracy increases damage. Additionally, per point, 2% attack, 100% chance to reduce the target's attack gauge by 40%. Again, that's massive. And then inflict sleep on herself for 2 turns. So this one's again an amazing passive. Now we're gonna jump over to the relics. It's going well. My wife had twins just under 3 months ago, actually. 2 beautiful baby girls. Nice. Congrats, sporadically. Congrats on the baby girls. That's amazing. It's like you said you were not playing around like me and Susie. Now we're not having one. Boom. Straight for twins. Going straight for twins. Okay, let's see the relics. First relic. Attacks one enemy. Heals ally with the lowest HP. Second one. 100 independent chance to heal each ally by 10%. And then chance to remove 2 abnormal. That's massive. Removing abnormal statuses, 2 of them. Even though it's 75% chance, it's still massive because it's not on a passive like Bodwin. She can use it every time she gets a turn. That's really good. Then the third skill attacks one enemy 3 times. Chance to decrease attack gauge by 35% with every attack. So good. This would be amazing against Taras. That's the Storm one. Let's go Frost. Again, damage and heals. 1 ally. Healing. Chance to remove 3 dots. Okay, but it's 60%. So I would not personally use her in Gorgos when you can get somebody like a Degenerate as an uncommon. Even though I guess this could be helpful. But Sarah would be better. So maybe I would not even rate her in Gorgos. Then this one. Okay, 1 hit. 70% chance to reduce the target's attack gauge by 70%. This is good. Again, can be useful, but we cannot reduce attack gauge in too many areas. Then the fire one, which I'm curious because this one would be the best for Tarask. This is why I want her. And I think the fire one's her base one as well. Okay, same thing, same healing. Second skill, heal everybody. Chance to remove debuffs. Again, that's pretty good. 50% only though, so not the best, not the worst. And then this one, chance to reduce. Okay, so this one will be perfect for Tarask in the fire one. The frost one maybe for Gorgos, but not good enough. And then I do believe, like you said, Valentine, I do believe the storm one to be her best one. And you would just have her spamming the second skill, honestly. Like you wouldn't care about this attack agent, something where you cannot control it. You just spam this one, keep healing, keep removing abnormal status. So that's really fun. So let's see Clementine. Let's see what she had. So we start, she's support. We're here. What's her thingy? She's Bull's favor, okay. And then let's see Penveed. So Penveed, she would be, I guess, as a healer, some attack gauge control, maybe. Sarah still better for Gorgos, I agree. Yeah, for full-on healing, Sarah better, and then Isolde better for cleansing. Green and red relics are best for her. So let's see for Penveed. Let's start. I'm gonna give her 1 for now. Which one would you use best for Penveed, just for the sake of like healing? I think we would have to go with the fire one, because I know Penveed lands debuffs on us. So having a chance to remove those attack speed decreases means that this one will be good. Plus also, you know, you have a chance, 90% chance to reduce the attack gauge. You can focus the boss and reduce the boss's attack gauge. So I guess she was not a 5, but I could argue maybe going a 3 for Penveed, because you know 5 is somebody like a Sarah. I guess 3 can be really good. Then if we move over to Gorgos, Frost one, I guess I would go with the 3. You'll use her healing when Shield of Penveed is on. That's true, that makes sense. But that healing can be good because again, that healing also brings debuff removal. So, and also if we combine that with a passive, after she uses skill 2, she has a chance to attack one enemy and also a chance to reduce the attack gauge. So this one can be pretty good. Oh, you mean the third skill is off? Yeah, it makes sense. I do believe still 3 is pretty good because again, she brings healing, debuff removal, and also the chance, you know, every other turn if you have that passive booked, to reduce the attack gauge. So maybe even a 4, actually. Maybe even a 4. When it's on skill 3, multiple hits when passive on Clementine procs. Skill 3, this is the one. Yeah, when she does the A, we hit. But then she gets to sleep, so... I guess 4 is a good one, honestly, for Penveed. Because she brings several things, right? She doesn't bring just one simple thing and it's bad. She brings decent healing, removes debuffs, and also brings, like I said, some attack gauge control and some hits. And keeping in mind, Sarah's a 5, so she cannot get 5. She will wake up and with hits AoE. Yep. Okay, so 4 we go. Then Gorgos, let's give her 3, because she does bring, you know, chance to remove that dots and some healing. Maybe even a 2. Maybe 3 is too high, right? Because it's only a 60% chance to remove dots. It's not that high. It's not that high. Yeah, maybe a 2 instead. Okay, now Aldri. For Aldri, again, she just brings some healing. She doesn't bring... We cannot control Aldri's attack gauge, I think, right? Let me double check. But if I remember, yeah, Aldri cannot have his attack gauge reduced, so that means it's gonna lower. Yeah, immune to attack gauge decrease. So that means she's not gonna be the best for this one. Maybe give her a like 2 or a 3 for healing in the Storm Relic. I don't see her going a lot higher. Again, specifically for this fight. There's like, you know, sometimes you gotta keep in mind that they can be specialists for certain fights. So if she's lower in a certain dungeon, obviously don't use her there, use somebody else. Yeah, Sarah's 10 times better. Because this one's just like, you know, some healing, some abnormal status, there's not too much happening, so not the best. Okay, next one, Tarask. For Tarask, honestly, I think I'm just gonna, might be exaggerating, but she might be a 5. Either a 4 or a 5 for Tarask, because again, heals, attack gauge control, she's kind of like the best. Or like one of the best, because like, you know what? She's one of the best. Gillian would be better in there maybe, so maybe a 4 instead of a 5. Because Gillian would be a 5 in Tarask. So again, if we can have something better, then we have to drop her down. Then Escalhide, honestly, I'm not sure you would even use her for Escalhide, or if you did, maybe just a 2 in the Frost one, because she doesn't break that much. Like, she can remove some dots, but then Escalhide doesn't place dots. Then this one, she has a chance to reduce the attack gauge, but you can now reduce it, so maybe just a 2, like, you know, just as a side healer with this second skill. Molly Lolo, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Also, Salt Academy, thank you for the sub. And, yeah, Ricklington at the beginning, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome, everybody. I think she's 5 with first passive max. Without it, she's 4. For which one do you mean, Mazino? For Escalhide? Like, we're trying to rate for every single dungeon, you know, independently, where she would shine and all that. But if you meant for Tarask, then yeah, we can go with the 5, I guess. Because she does, like, you know, her kit's like the thing. It's like the best there for the Tarask boss. Like, just keep spamming this one, then having, you know, this one to reduce attack gauge, then this one that does some damage. So between doing the A3 and the A2, I guess you would even just spam the A2, honestly. Just keep reducing the attack gauge. Healing, reducing the attack gauge, just keep doing this. Every other turn, reduce the attack gauge. But then again, if Gillian's better, you like the frog on her head. Yeah, it's funny. That's funny. Tarask and her S3 as well is good on C8. Yeah, the thing is, I'm trying to build a tier list based around the fact that they have, what's it called? They only have Chivalry 1 or 0, right? Then we put at the end notes saying if this, right? For example, here we have Rosier. If she has Chivalry 8, she's the 5 for Gorgos, right? We add those notes at the end. But for now, we're going, I guess with the 4 is pretty good, because again, I think Gillian's a lot better. Now, Apolea, another one of those. Okay, for Apolea, I do believe she's gonna get a high rating. In, I think it's the Storm one. Yeah, so for Apolea, I'm gonna give her a 4. Because Apolea brings lots of abnormal status. And cleansing that is gonna be massive. Right, every turn, you have a chance to cleanse, to remove 2 abnormal statuses from each ally. It's a 75% chance, but every time you get a turn, you keep going, boom, A2, A2, or like skill 2, skill 2. So, Storm 1 being also strong element against Apolea, that's Frost. I think 4 is good because, again, 5 would be somebody like a Guinevere, right? Guinevere takes a 5, is the best one, puts abnormal status immunity from the beginning, that's about it. Now, Arceus, again, another one that's tricky, that brings several weird things. Normal status when paired with Gillian, she will wake up. Yeah. So, let me look again at Apolea. Not Apolea, Arceus, because this one's a bit of a quirky one. This one hits extremely hard. So this one, because it's Storm, we would use the Fire one. Does this one do abnormal statuses? Yep, it does Oblivion. Chance to reduce attack gauge. More Oblivion. Aging. And it also lands Shock. So this one is... lands, I guess it's all of them. Debuffs, dots, and abnormal statuses. It's not immune. Okay, this boss is not immune to attack gauge control, which means she's gonna be good in the Fire one, right? Which means Clementine's gonna help in the Fire one in this one because she brings, again, lots of attack gauge control, removes debuffs if we land on us, so... Keep note, you're seeing it on Codex, so her skill is max. You should consider that as well. I mean, for skills, I guess for these ones and these ones, we consider everybody to be maxed, and we take it based on that. Even if it's 50%, right? So, for example, this one, cleansing it. Even if it's only 55%, it's still better. And even if it's just 1, it's still better than somebody like a Bodwin that has a passive that's only every 3rd turn, that has a 50-50 chance. So 50-50 chance every 3rd turn, compared to a 55 chance every turn, because every time you get her turn, if you build her in Vigor, she just keeps doing A2, 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 so she's gonna be a lot better than a Bodwin, for example. Used there also with green weapon, still viable, but red is good too. Yeah, I think red would be the better one. Or maybe green. You know what, I guess I'm gonna rate both. Red would be better because she would survive more, honestly, if needed. And plus, with red, she brings more of the attack gauge control. So I guess I'm just gonna give her a 4 with the red one. 1 for the... Actually, let's give her a 3 for the green one in case you use that one as well. In case you needed that abnormal status removal. And then 1 for the Frost, because we would not use Frost. Now, Cernunnos. For this one, she's instantly a 4 in the Storm one. Because she brings the most important thing for that boss, and that's going to be abnormal status removal. You get a lot of that, it's painful, 100% she would be useful in that team, and then she also brings a bit of damage. So, Storm 1 is her best, and I'm going to give her a 4 because, again, 5 is a Guinevere, or Guinevere. Now, this one over here, it's a bit tricky because this one, for Chrome Cruak, you have the thing where you're devoured. Well, the best options over here are two simple people. Guinevere, that brings AoE abnormal status immunity, which means you're never gonna be devoured at the beginning. And then you have Bodwin, that if he has Chivalry 3, then he can put that on, he can put the immunity to devouring on 2 people. So then Bodwin, let's see how much did I give Bodwin on that one. Okay, so Bodwin I gave a 1 for Chrome Cruak because it's just not good enough. But then we added a note, like I mentioned, if C3 becomes a 4, because he converts that, shield, adds abnormal status immunity. So that means, same thing for Clementine, she's just gonna be a 1. It's just not good enough in there. Hey, what up, I picked you as my support. Thank you, Big Slab. Appreciate it. Thank you. By the way, if anybody wants to, pick me as their supported content creator, right, would help me a bit. This is the link in chat if the link went through. Yeah, or you can find it on YouTube. It's just pinned, Appreciate it. Helps me a little bit. And, it would be nice of you. Thank you. If not, I understand, right? I cannot force. You can always switch, you know. If you don't like my face after a certain point, if you don't like what I'm doing anymore, you can always switch for free, like, you know, 24 hours later, so no biggie. Okay, favorite dungeons. I guess for favorite dungeons, I can give her a, like, 3 overall, or actually, you know what? Let me look, because I have to keep this into account. What other healers do we have for Bull favorite dungeon? That's important, because if she's the only healer available for the Bull favorite dungeon, then she gets a 5, right? Or if it's her in an uncommon, she gets a 5 just because of the fact that she's the best possible healer. So let's see, we have Gawain, that's an attack, not a healer. Who else is a Bull over here? Okay, nobody. We have Lot, that's just like some control stuff. And then the other rares, obviously there's no other healer. So because of that reason, she is a 5 in all of the forms, right? Because she's the best possible healer you can get, plus the other stuff that she brings. She's gonna be your best possible healer. So from my point of view, that gives her a 5, right? You always compare when you rate it with something else. How does the payday work on the banners? Pretty much every 60 you're guaranteed a legendary, just as it shows there. And then if you click on the rate info, they say what are your chances of actually getting a legendary and which one it is and all that. But like, yeah, when it comes to this, I 100% believe she's the 5 because, again, she's the best possible healer. Now, Forbidden Dungeons. This one's a bit tricky because, again, there's different stages, different things, so she does bring the abnormal status clans for certain stages. Then for the one with dot removals and stuff, I'm not sure they're that powerful. I think I'm just gonna rate her for the Storm one, like you would use that because she can remove abnormal status. I think as a 3, that's pretty good. Or maybe a 4 because same as Sardunos. Because she would bring that removal. She would also bring some healing. So she would be like a pseudo healer plus abnormal status cleanser. So 4 in Forbidden Dungeon, in Storm, I think would be the right one. Then for Story, I guess Story, she's just like an average 3 everywhere. Or actually, you know what? No, she's a 1. You wouldn't really use her in Story. In Story, you would just go with somebody like a Sarah and 3 nukers. That's why, like, same thing. Isol just got the 1. Same. You wouldn't really use in Story. Arena, though. Arena's a bit tricky because in Arena, you might actually use her in the Fire one. Story needed her to clear 10. Okay, then I guess we just give her like a 3 for the Storm one again. Just to clear the Chrome Kruak stage, right? Then a 3 just for the sake of that. This is like Chrome Kruak. Helping with that, that can be good. Okay, now Arena. Arena's a bit tricky. I think Arena might just be, she's just maybe like a 3 in the Fire one. Because she would bring some damage and attack gauge control. And Arena's most about, you know, speed, attack gauge, stuff like that. This is the one that does the most attack gauge. Does good damage. She's a 5 in Arena. I've not, obviously, never used her. So I'm thinking she's a 5 in Arena for you. Okay, so then I guess let's go with the 4 to go balance. Because I'm not, again, not 100% sure she's the best or not. But again, keep in mind, this can always be updated later. If somebody else comes and tells me, look, she's for sure a 5 in Arena because this, or she's lower, this can always be changed. This is the idea, we're always gonna change stuff. Okay, so I think that's Clementine. See, this is gonna be something that's gonna be tricky, that people might be confused. They might look at like overall rating. Oh, they suck. Oh, they're bad. But you know, people should not judge about this only. They should look at everything else, right? It's like in the Fire one, she's a 4 for Penvi. Taras, she's good. It's like, this is the reality with this game with tier lists. It's basically, or this is why I want to make it like this. It's area specific. Like for example, the Jired, the uncommon, he might be the worst almost everywhere, but he's a 5 for Gorgos. He's the best at removing debuffs, the dots on Gorgos. Her green weapon is 4 in Arena? Really? Think the green one would work as well? Blue is 1. Let me look again. What does the green one do? Triple hit one enemy, chance to reduce attack gauge, 40% chance to reduce 35. Remove abnormal status and healing. And then blue. No, if we already have the other one for 90%, this one with 70%, you would not go. You would usually just choose between one of them, honestly. Or try and choose one of them. So, I'm thinking just stick with 4 for the fire one and 3 for the storm one. Because it's still single target. If it was AoE, I could see higher. But it's single target only, so... not as high. Okay, that is Clementine. Now, let's look at next one. Should we just start at the top with the rares? It's AoE, the procs are passive when using S3 most of the time. Yeah, but does she have AoE hit? It's single target on this one. Don't see her having AoE on any of them. But I guess this one, like, yeah, when she uses skill 3, then she triggers, that gets her 100% tag gauge, and then she does this hit. Oh yeah, this one, 100% chance, that's true. So she triggers this one, has a 100% chance to push the tag gauge. Okay, you're right, let's go there. So then I guess again, it can be a 4 for both of them. 4, 4, and then 1 over here. Because those would be the ones that you would choose. Okay. It's looking good. Well, let's move over. I guess let's start now with let's start with the rares from the top, right? Let's go with, I guess Arthur is the first one. Let me look at, honestly, after the early game, I've not used Arthur at all. And maybe just in like favor dungeon as a DPS. So let me look at his passives again. First one, 100% chance to grant crit rate increase to all both favor. Good enough. Great critical strike damage increase for 1 turn as the battle starts. It's only 1 turn though, it's the mad passive. Then relics, fire one first. Just hit. Damage to gain a chance to gain attack speed increase. Chance to stun 50%, not the best. 196% damage single target. Meh. Okay, Valentine, okay. See you in a bit. Not the best damage though. 196 when you had Rosier, does a lot more, so gotta keep that in mind. Then Frost one, double hit again, chance to gain attack speed increase. Triple hit AoE with the chance to inflict defense decrease 2 for 2 turns, 1 for 2 turns. It's a 20% chance, but I think it procs on all 3 hits. And this one can go up to like 40% chance to proc. It could be interesting. Where we need that, stuff like Aldry, but then you want Storm for Aldry. And then this one, AoE hit, 50% chance to inflict chill on all enemies. Just as a damage over time, he's not good enough. And then let's look at Storm. Same thing, double hit with attack increase. This one grants all allies attack speed increase and attack speed increase 2. Sorry, attack increase and attack increase 2 for 2 turns. This one can be good like as a support. I guess where we need attack speed increase. Let's see this one. Attacks only 3 times, total damage 198. Each hit deals additional damage to the target's element is frost. So I guess this could be interesting for something like Aldi, but anything else, honestly, I don't know. I don't really see it. I don't really see anything interesting in this kit. It's just this Storm one has potential. Then the Frost one with a triple hit AoE to land defense decrease for Aldry, and then that's about it. Like the stun is only single target here. The damage just simple damage, maybe in favor dungeon if we don't have better bull DPS, so I might not rate him as high. So let's see. His class is attack. Favor his bull. Okay, Penveed. So Penveed 1, 2, 1. It's like I'm not sure it deserves a 3. It's single target. It is a triple hit in the storm, right? Triple hit. He can do more damage, but the Penveed is not storm, so that doesn't count. He does bring attack increase, speed increase, and then also with the passive again. To all bull favor only, to himself, so I guess 3 is too much, maybe a 2, maybe just, yeah, just a certain damage dealer. 1 for everything else. Aldry This is where I believe he deserves a 3. Again, sorry, not this one. Storm one. He brings some defense penalty in the Storm one, right? Sorry, in the Frost one. Defense penalty. You would not use him. I think in there you just use him for his second hit. You just have him spamming this, and for this one he would bring some damage, but mostly the defense decrease, which means the boss will hit less. So I think a 3 is correct there. Tauraski would not use them, just doesn't bring enough. Iskalhide, I don't think we would use him in Iskalhide again. He's just not, I don't know, I don't see him being good enough as a DPS. Like, I don't think he's good enough as a DPS to bring for that. Like, he has a quirky use, again, with the defense penalty, maybe this in Penveed with some damage, and then, you know, and then maybe this one gets extra damage. I wish this one was defense penalty in Storm as well. And then for Aldrich, could have given him more. Maybe for Apple, I guess we give him a 2 in Storm as a DPS. Because again, as a DPS in the Storm one, triple hit will do more damage against Frost. So maybe actually a 3. Maybe his damage can ramp up to be really high. 3 and then 1 everything else. And then Arceus, he just doesn't bring enough damage to be viable enough. So he's just a 1. Cernunnos, again, he's a bit quirky. Not sure I would rate him too highly. I'm not sure I would even use him in Cernunnos. I'd rather use people like Kay, people like Ban, like other ones. I don't think he deserves much love. I don't know. What do we think? Of course, you get a phone call right after I said I supported me anyway. Like your face. I'd rather support you, Susie and Lily, any day. Big slab. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay, Kromkruak, again, don't think he's a good enough damage dealer. Now let's look at the Bull Favored Dungeon. Is he good enough? What are the DPS options? Is he going to be the better? Okay, Lot, he's more of a support. Gawain, I think Gawain is actually a damage dealer. Yep. Okay. AoE damage. Or single target damage. Okay, so Gawain's gonna be the king there for damage. Then let's see, what does Lot do? Okay, not as much damage. Okay, what's the other bull options that we have? Okay, no, let's see over here for the rares. Who's the other bull options? A colon, not much damage. Here then, does this person do damage? I have no idea what they do. AoE, increased abnormal status. They have abnormal status, interesting. AoE, oh no, double hit, chance to inflict fear. Decent damage. So I think maybe Kyrden could be a good DPS for that one. That means this one's gonna be a 3. From my point of view, we're just gonna give him a 3 for the Favored Dungeon as a DPS. Forbidden Dungeon, not good enough. Story, not good enough. Arena, not good enough. Here, the one watching while I cook will try to comment here and there. Mav King Arthur Legends Rise, thank you. Appreciate the support. Again, if anybody has any feedback, welcome. The feedback is welcome for the tier list. I'm trying to work on this. I'm trying to do it as best as I possibly can, so it can be a community resource. So that's why any feedback is welcome. Either here, or if you watch this, you know, live stream later on YouTube, either leave a comment or join my Discord and let me know in my Discord if you would change something, and if you would, why, and what would you put it instead. Okay, let's put this one over here. Bodwin is a crow, I think. Let me just correct this. Or like correct Adam. Oh no, he's the hound. Okay. Hound, then Anguish is he's crow. Wait, wrong one. Crow. Okay, so that's Arthur. Okay, next one. I guess let's jump over to Bors. Let's see what does Bors do. So he's defense. I guess let's just add the defense. The class favor, he is a steed. And then let's see what he actually does. I don't think he's gonna be that highly rated for most stuff, but might be wrong, because I haven't played with him much. So passive number 1, the start of battle. Gain counterattack damage increase, proportional lost HP for the rest of the battle. Okay. Chance to gain attack speed increase for 1 turn. Okay, not that much. Chance to gain Iron Fortress for the rest of the battle. 50% chance to trigger when hit, gain shield, cost max HP. So he's kind of like a tanky boy. Is this only with Chivalry 10 though? Okay, so this one only counts Chivalry 10, so this one let's not count it because we count this tier list as if there's Chivalry 1 or 0. Okay, second passive. 70% chance, I guess 50 starts to trigger when an ally is hit. Triggers counterattack on attacker, inflicts taunt. Okay, this one can be interesting. In areas where you need some taunt and some control. There's not too many though in PvE. Okay, let's see the relics. I guess he starts with Storm, right? Storm is his base one. I wish it would say what's the base one. I guess this one says which is the base one. Okay, that one starts with Storm. I'm just testing to see. That one starts with Storm. Anguish, let's see. Does he show Frost? Because he starts with Frost. Yeah, okay. So, at least I know the check mark says, okay, this is what he starts with. But again, we're assuming that we have all 3 relics for the rare ones. Okay, double hit. Just damage, attack, and max HP. Triple hit. Damage, max HP. Chance to inflict taunt. Okay. AoE hit. Chance to grant each ally counterattack damage increase for 3 turns. I'm not that impressed. I'm not that impressed. Okay, next one. Same double hit. Same. Okay, bigger chance to inflict taunt. So maybe in stuff like Forbidden Dungeon, this Frost form would be good because he brings taunt. AoE damage 3 times. Chance to inflict counterattack damage increase 3. So triple hit could be good for Pendeed, but not good enough damage. Fire 1, again, double hit. Triple hit, chance for taunt. AoE, counter damage increase. Okay, so if anybody has any arguments for Boros, I don't see anything for him worth being for most of the areas. Maybe this one, you know, maybe for Pendeed, I could give him like a 2 or a 3. I guess he doesn't do enough damage. A 2 maybe could be viable. He could bring the counterattack to take down the shield, right? He can bring the counterattack to help take down the shield. So maybe just give him a 2, right? So we don't completely butcher him, poor guy. But everything else, Aldri doesn't help. Tarask doesn't help. Doesn't help. Doesn't help. Most stuff he's just not good enough. Potential for an awesome counterattack Pendeed team out there. However, he's mad this moment. Exactly. Just doesn't bring much. Now, when it comes to the Favor Dungeon, again, let's look what do we have options. For Favor Dungeon, what do we have options? But because of the fact that he brings some cool taunt over here, he could be interesting. You only need to build them to complete one of those adventure fights. Exactly. So it's kind of like, yeah, is it really worth it? This taunt could be interesting, maybe in some Favor Dungeons where you want to control things, but it's single target only. His damage is not that big. I just don't see it for this guy. Like even Favor, I'm just gonna give him 1 for everything. Forbidden Dungeon, maybe Forbidden Dungeon, I'm gonna give him a 2, but I don't think he deserves anything. I think he's just not good enough. I think he's one of the worst in the game. He just doesn't bring much, just a little bit of something for Pendeed, but apart from that, he's meh. Is Guinevere worth C8ing? Just pull 2 more dupes. Oh, I mean, if you don't have, if that would get you to C8, 100% go for it. Let's look at what Guinevere C8 does. Taunt with Immortal set, interesting, yeah. But it's only single target, that's the problem, you know. So let's see, Guinevere, C8, 100% chance to inflict damage dealt decrease on all allies for 1 turn. It sounds amazing. I think this is at the start, as the fight starts. Yeah, that's amazing, for like, especially for arena or any other area where you don't go first. That can be really good. I would not sell, obviously I would not sell those memory stones, I would use them. But I don't think I would personally use memory stones for this. together to C8. I would keep those legendary memory stones for somebody else. If you need a single target control and have no one else, you can use a colon. You need to build anyway. She has sleep on A3. That's true. Hold her for next dupe only. I was going to use her for arena. I mean, for arena should be amazing if you don't go first. So C8 100% worth it. But again, if you have memory stone dupes, there might be better options out there. I don't think this is something that you must have unless you only specifically care about arena. You know you're not going to go first, and this is going to be amazing. Yeah, she's triple S in Chrome Kruak, but we're talking about getting her to Chivalry 8. That was his question. What are the most valuable real money purchases to make? If you had the, let's say, $100, what would you buy? Okay, let me show you, because there are a few packs that I believe to be amazing. I'm fully free to play. For those of you that do not know, I've not spent any money on this game at all. Fully free to play. Let me see if I can find them. There were those ones when you level up. There we go, over here. Okay, so if you go to packages, go to normal clear packages. Counterattack, not that great. Not this specific one. Counterattack can be great on people that have, like, as they said, counterattack can be good for people that have interesting things happening on their first skill, like, you know, Aesol landing chill, somebody else that heals on the first hit, stuff like that. But somebody like a Boris, he just doesn't bring much. So, Mike, back to your question. By the way, Mike, if you're not supporting anybody yet as a content creator, before you spend, if you want to support me, there's a link at the top on YouTube. Would appreciate it. But when it comes to packs, these are the ones that I would suggest that have really good value, like, you know, in total. So, all clear packages are amazing. Hard clear package is a must. Relic choice is insane. Yep, hard clear package is going to be on the good ones, but that one doesn't pop up, so I can show it. But for now, you have main story clear. Gives you a ton of crystals, lots of good stuff, plus guarantee legendary. Hard clear package. Again, $30. Look at this. Amazing rewards. It's kind of makes me feel like, should I become a spender? No. I'm going fully free to play, even though it hurts my soul seeing these amazing packs, but totally worth it. Estate power up package. This one, again, really amazing. This one might take you more to get to Castle 20, but still good value. Combat power up. Again, lots of good value. Arena tier package, even this one, it's like, you know, they're all like $20 and it gives you 8 tons. So all of the clear ones are amazing. Okay, so I think we're pretty much clear on Boris. He's just not good enough. Now let's go to good old Ban. He used to be the broken one. He used to be better than legendaries. He used to be too good. They nerfed him, but he's still good. So let's go and check him. So what is he? He is Steed. Steed favor. Oh, the daily package packs the first buy, and is there a season pass type situation? Yes, there is a kind of like a battle pass that's worth buying. This one over here, right at the top, just under the gold. If you click this one, the champion pass. This one's good value as well. For $20, you get lots of summons, stamina, summons. It's 100% worth it. And then at the end, you're guaranteed a legendary. No, that's the thing. Boris only gives himself counterattack. If he gave to everybody, maybe I'm mistaken. Did I read it right? I think he only gives to himself. If he gave to everybody, could be interesting, or like high rating for Penveed. But no, he just has 70% chance to trigger counterattack when an ally's hit. So he triggers the counterattack. Then just gives counterattack damage, so not the counterattack itself. Is Merlin the main character to pull for? Not really. He's one of the ones, but there's several ones that you really want to get. So it's also the Awakenings. You know, it's like you have Merlin, Morgan we get for free, really good. Guinevere, amazing. Bedivere, the best damage dealer in the game. Sigrun, best for Mark. Gillian, really amazing. Ain can be really good. So there's several ones. Something very underrated in my opinion are the stat change stones you get with Champion Pass. I mean, the problem with stat change stones, they suck because they change it at random. Right? Like, you can change it, you can get the good stuff, and then you can change it again, the substat, and it can give you something bad. We can unlock the stats that we want to keep. A3. Versus third skill, you mean? Counterattack damage increase. Again, same thing. Triple hit, counterattack damage increase. But this, okay, so this one, skill 3 grants all allies counterattack for 2 turns. But we are counting him as Chivalry 1. So the way that I'm making the tier list, they're either Chivalry 1 or Chivalry 0. So we're not counting C3. C3, we could put a note, right? I guess I could put, that's a good call out. I can put a note at the end that C3 equals maybe a 4 for Panvid. Right? Because he would bring some more counterattacks, more damage in there. But anything else, I don't see where bringing him just for the specific reason of putting counterattack would be worth it, because just put the counterattack set, right? It's like, it's a good call out though, again. But I don't see, maybe, I don't know, maybe we're going to test some stuff in the future. We might see some stuff. We might do some other testing, and then we're going to, you know, we might find some interesting comps where he brings that with other people that have good A1s, and then that could be an interesting comp, and he could grow in rating. But for now, not good enough. You can't farm them on anything, so they gain value, at least in my eyes. Yeah. But I wouldn't rate them because you keep getting them, right? You keep getting them by doing stuff. Like if I go over here and show in the Forge, I have like 73 of them. Haven't used yet, so. We might get them from farming from somewhere. Okay, move over to the next one. Ban. So, Ban again, he used to be OPOP, the best ever. Now they nerfed him, but he should still be good. Let's check his passives. First one, 100% chance to trigger when attacking. Grants defense increase for himself and boss. Charges both of your attack gauge by 30%. This can be awesome. Then second one, upon critical strike, gains attack speed increase, Fierce Blade, chance to activate drain and more crit damage, and also gain bloodied teeth. Again, this one is amazing. Let me see, is that one boosted to more turns? Unrelenting Warrior, let me see, Lion's Rage on the prowl, nope. When hit while okay, nope. Let's see, Chivalry 8. King's Hat, additional skill effect, Fierce Blade, Bloodied Teeth. Okay, so the last two of this passive are added only with Chivalry 8, so we ignore the lifesteal increase, and then we ignore the drain. But he still gives himself attack speed increase for 3 turns, and that's good. Now, relics. He starts with the Frost one, triple hit, 51% damage, heals himself. Triple hit, damage based off attack and speed. Upon each hit, chance to gain attack speed increase, that's good. AoE hit, 70% damage, but also scales off of attack speed, and also chance to reduce the attack gauge. So this one could have value for something like a Tarask, but he's wrong element with the Frost one. Okay, fire, triple hit, heal. Double hit, damage, attack speed decrease. Okay, he can inflict attack speed decrease, so this could be interesting for Panvid. If he brings attack gauge decrease, attack gauge decrease, then it can be good. 4 hit, good damage, also scales off of this. Chance for last hit to reduce attack gauge. So this one could be rated pretty high for Tarask. Because again, good damage based off attack, but also gains more damage based on his attack speed. Then Storm 1, triple hit over here. 4 hits, each attack speed increases damage, total extra damage, okay. Chance to reduce the attack gauge by 15%, okay. That's good. I wonder if all of them, because if all of them, this could be really good for Tarask. And then this one, 5 hitter, okay, this one's amazing. Each point of attack speed gains more damage. First 2 hits has a chance to gain attack speed increase. Okay, so arguably, like people said, because I know people talking about it, the Storm one is his best damaging one. So let's go to Ban then. Okay, Ban. Penveed, I would arguably just go with a 5. Good damage, multi-hits for Penveed. One of the best. Or maybe a 4, because I guess something like a Bedivere would be better. Gorgos 1. Aldri, again, 4 as a damage dealer, can be really good. Tarask. For Tarask, it's a bit tricky because, again, let's see, you're not going to go with the Frost one because it's wrong element. You would want to go with the Fire one. He does attack speed decrease, and then he does chance to do attack gauge decrease. So that can be really good. So I guess that one, he can be a 4 in the Fire one. Now let's see, 3 in the Storm one. Let's double check the Storm one again. Yep, attack speed decrease, that. Storm one. Attack speed increase, and then attack gauge decrease. Yeah, so this one can be good. Maybe a 4 as well. Or actually, we keep a 3. What do we think? What do we think? Okay, Iskalhide. For this one, he will need a Frost one. So maybe 4 as a damage dealer. Because he's pretty solid, right? He's not the best, but he can be pretty good. AoE double hits. Actually, is it that good, though? I don't think this is good enough damage. You don't want that much damage. Did I know Banfire really can do that? Yep. Yep, he can do some cool stuff. Welcome back. So I don't think the Frost one does that good damage. So maybe just a 3 for Iskalhide, just as another damage dealer for Frost. He can be decent. Apolea, again, the Storm one's the best, so we can easily jump him to a 4. Arceus. For Arceus, we need Fire. And Fire is good. Because again, reducing attack gauge can be good. For Arceus, can do good damage. So 4 for Arceus, 100%. Cernunnos, I guess for this one, you would always go with the Storm one, because that's the best. Same thing for Chrome Cruak. You wouldn't care about the other ones. Favorite dungeons, I can easily give him 4 in all of the elements, because you know, you can choose depending on what you face. He's like a Red Tristan, but with gauge manipulation. Yep. Forbidden Dungeon, again, for Forbidden Dungeon, you would go with the Storm one as his best. Story, he can be a 4 in everything. And then Arena, just something like 4 for 3, maybe too much in Arena. Let's see, so Fire one again, good damage, attack gauge pushback. Good damage, or like decent. This one's not good enough. Storm one is not good enough for just a 1. You wouldn't use it. He's Blue's weakest. Yeah, and that's the one he starts off with. That's the sad part, right? He starts out with this, but then it's the weakest. Like, come on. Get good, get better. But yeah, I think that's pretty much Ban. There's nothing that kind of like changes him. Once you get C3, C8 to put notes, I guess we'll leave it at that. Okay, move out to Urian. Somebody was curious about Urians yesterday, so let's go over Urian. So he is Hound attack. Let's see, okay, attack. And then Hound. And let's see what Urian does. I know he's with the counterattacks and stuff. Well, let's see. 60% chance to trigger when hit. Gain defense increase 2 for 2 turns and HP recovery. HP recovery, HP. Gets gained. Sometimes I don't know what they mean with these explanations. Okay, next one. 100% chance to trigger when attacking when current HP is 40% or lower. Gains physical enhancement 1 for 2 turns. Changes damage to a certain value if hit. Okay. Increases counterattack duration by 1 turn. Okay. That sounds interesting, but let's see what the Chivalry changes him. Giant's counterattack damage plus 200%. 3. Trigger when trigger chance change to 100%. Is this Silent Judgment? No, that's another hit. Okay. Where's the Silent Judgment? Mountain's Will. Am I missing the Silent Judgment? Or maybe changes the name after it. Silent Judge, sorry. Oh, Mountainous Will, trigger chance to 100%. So this one's only 40%. Whichever you want. So it's not that OP. You haven't tried Urians, you faced him in Arena, it's like a rare Guinevere with immortality, yeah. Okay, let's see what the Chevalier do. Mountain of a Man, double iron armor, grants self HP recovery. The lower unit's HP, the greater the amount of HP recovered. So I guess this one gets increased. So pretty much 40% chance to trigger when attacking, to gain that one, and then the counterattack duration to be increased. Okay, interesting. So, first one, he starts with double hit, chance to put defense decrease. This one's interesting. Sacrifice HP, attacks one enemy, good damage, okay, good damage. 100% chance to inflict defense decrease 3. Oh. When target's HP is 50% or lower, deals additional damage one time. Okay, this one hits hard. This is awesome. Or at least it looks really good, right? You don't sacrifice HP, but still looks amazing. Damage and max HP. And then third skill, 100% chance to recover on HP 23%, so he heals himself. 50% chance to charge attack gauge, 100% chance to gain counterattack state for 3 turns. So he counterattacks always. Then 50% chance to grant counterattack state to each ally except yourself for 2 turns. Okay. He wants to be hit. Yep, he wants to be hit and then hit back a lot. Okay, let's see the fire one. Again with damage decrease. Single hit, not as much damage. If it has defense decrease, it does more damage. 100% chance to gain counterattack state. So again, this one, maybe the fire one would be better for Penvid. He would counterattack a lot and can do some decent damage. And then sacrifice HP, AoE attack with chance to inflict defense decrease for 2 turns. Okay, he could be an interesting pseudo damage dealer debuffer for defense decrease. So I might need to play with him more because he seems interesting. And now let's see the Storm one. Double hit, again chance for defense decrease. I was curious about the Storm because this is gonna be Aldry where we need defense decrease, that's good. Sacrifice HP, lots of damage. 100% chance to inflict defense decrease, only 1 but 3 turns. When target has lower HP, deals more damage. Third hit, recovers HP, gains counterattack, chance to charge attack gauge, and chance to grant everybody attacks counterattack state. So he seems interesting. I think he's gonna get some interesting ratings. So when it comes to Penvid, I think that Fire is gonna be his better one, right? Because Fire is the one that gives let's see, AoE hit, defense decrease, counterattack state for himself. Wait, which one gives it to everybody? Is it the Frost one? Frost one has a chance to give to everybody, and then the Storm one has a chance to give to everybody. So defense decrease. Which one will we use? I guess this one. I guess the Frost one will be the one you would use. Does massive damage as well. Imagine a counter team with very tanky team with Ain and him. Yep. Give me fun. So I guess we're gonna keep the Frost one to be a 3 for Penvid. The other one, let's say, you wouldn't use because you would just go with one of them. Gorgos. No, really, you wouldn't use him. Now, Aldry. Okay, Aldry, this is where it becomes interesting. You will now use Fire. You will now use Storm. You'd go with Storm. Because you now use Frost, you go with Strong one. I think he's a 4 there. Because, if you look at Storm again. Counterattack for himself and everybody else. This second hit, let's say you would only use the second hit, right? If you have a good healer, ignore this one. No counterattack for people, just himself. Massive damage. 100% chance to inflict defense penalty, right? Defense decrease for 1 for 3 turns, and you can keep adding those. You can add it several times. And then he deals additional damage if the target has 50% or lower. When we trigger counterattack, does it always S1 for the retaliation? Yes, it always uses the first skill. So I do believe he can be a monster. And I actually believe I should build him for my Aldry team. To use him with this one. 3 turns, this one 2 for 3 turns as well. mean, I guess this one would do more damage. This one would be better because defense decrease 2, but you would prefer the strong element. Or maybe we go neutral. You know what, I'm gonna give him 4 with both. Both Frost and Storm, because yes, this one gives him more higher defense penalty. Defense decrease 2. Still massive damage. Still massive damage. I really need to build King Urians because he looks amazing. Okay, let's move on. Okay, Tarask. For Tarask, the issue is he does not bring any control, and the fire one, like he doesn't bring an attack gauge decrease. He brings some counterattack, but you only counterattack when you get hit. So even if you push back attack gauge, you don't have to push that much. So I'm not sure he would be that good for Tarask. Defense decrease 1 down each retaliation with the great debuffer. Yep. I don't want his most used weapon though, I'm curious. I think his most used might be Storm one? Or Frost. Maybe Frost, his base one. He's interesting. I definitely need to play around with him more. But for Tarask, I don't think he brings much. Now for Escalhide, for this one, he can be interesting. And I do believe we can give him 3 easily. Again, can bring good damage, can bring the defense penalty. And with this one, he can put counterattack state for everybody. And he also has the defense decrease on the first skill. So it can be a lot of defense decrease. So maybe 3 is definitely solid as a damage dealer debuffer. Apolea, same thing. I can easily give him a 3 for the Storm one. Again, he's not the best, he's not the worst. But again, counterattack states, defense decreases, defense decrease here. Maybe even 4, because he does lots of damage. Maybe even a 4. You know what? Maybe even 4 as a damage dealer. I might be overrating him, but people can let me know later. I do believe that the fact that he can bring so much good damage and the defense penalty is good. The only issue would be, though, the fact, you know what, maybe I know, back to 3. The only issue is, damage dealer like this, that you want them to land those defense penalties as well, you need to give them lots of effect accuracy. And that means you sacrifice damage. So I think he stays at a 3 there. Aldri, however, good, because for Aldri, you 100% need that defense penalty. Is massive. He's gonna help. Okay, Arcelus, this one's a tricky one. Maybe this one just a 3 as well, because he brings the counterattack state and defense increase for himself. Right, again, defense decrease there. Single target hit, counterattack state for himself. And AoE defense decrease. Actually, is he that good? Because we take a lot of damage and he doesn't bring too much damage in the fire one. I think he's just not good enough for Arcelus. Again, when we're considering that this one, you kind of want either strong damage dealer or good support with attack gauge, because that boss hits so much and so hard that you can't afford to bring mid-tier. Okay, now Cernunnos. For this one, as a pseudo damage dealer, I could argue going with a 3, but again, which one would be the best one? What would we argue? Frost one or Storm one? This one does defense decrease 2. And then defense decrease 1. Then this one does recover himself, attack gauge increase chance, counterattack state for himself. And then this one does counterattacks for self. So what's the difference? So he heals himself on both of them. 23, the other one's 21. Chance to get attack gauge. So pretty much they're the same. Okay, 50% chance, 100% chance for counterattack state for himself, which I guess is the same, and then 50 for the allies. I guess just the Frost one would be better because it brings the higher defense penalty. So we could easily give him a 3 there. Cernunnos, 3 for over there for some damage, 3 over there. Favorite dungeon, I guess. Guess we can go with a 3 as well. Just focus on the Storm one. Actually, no, wait. Favorite dungeon, wait. I was thinking Forbidden Dungeon. Favorite dungeon, let's see what are the other damage dealers for Hound. If there's not somebody that looks like a lot better, he gets a 5. Okay, so Hound, it's him. Bodwin, then Gareth. Which, okay, good single target damage. AoE damage with bind, so more of a control. Good single target damage with bind. So he would be good. He would be good as a DPS as well. So there could be on par. Who's another Hound for damage? That's it. Legendary, we have Claudius. Guinevere support, and then Sergius. Okay, let's see. You do good damage. AoE good damage. AoE good damage. Recharge, okay, boosting stuff. Okay, so I think then he's a 4 because Sergius was gonna be a 5. Just like, you know, quick overlook. So then 4 for the favorite dungeons is gonna bring damage. Story, I guess he could be. You give him a 3 for the frost one. And Arena, I'm not sure. Maybe in Arena, maybe there could be some quirky uses, but I'm not sure how to judge him for Arena because I haven't used him much. I'm just gonna give him a 3 for the frost one, and then everything else stays the same. 1 second, be right back. Okay, and we're back. We're back. Now then, Gareth is the next one. Let's see what does Gareth do. Is Gareth good enough? Is it not? We're gonna have to see. Just checking something in the background. Okay, next one. So Gareth, boom, the next Hound, exactly the one we're talking about. So again, this one is Control Hound. Boom, and boom. Okay, let's start with Penweed. So, let's look at the kit first. So first passive. The start of battle gains effect accuracy increase, ignore resistance, and Cyclone Fist for the rest of the battle. But I think these ones he gains with Chivalry. Let's see, Chivalry 3. After Nala attacks deals damage equal to 3% of the target's max HP on all enemies inflicted with Bind. Okay. Iron Fist inflicts. Okay, so we're gonna have to ignore this one. Which one's the Iron Fist? Wait, no. Iron Fist inflicts defense penalty 2 and 1 for 1 turn when inflicting abnormal status on target with immunity. Okay, so this one we would ignore it. Chivalry 8, Warrior Passion, Storm Guardians promise grant Cyclone Fist for the rest of the battle. So for him we have to ignore the Cyclone Fist, which if the target has immunity when attacking, attacks one enemy, total damage 10%, 10 max HP. Okay. See, Urian's blue weapon is the best, which is his starting one. I know that's curious, right? That's what I, at least that's what I judge. You know, might be wrong, but that's what I believe. I believe that one to be the better option for most stuff. Now, let's look at Gareth's stuff. So he starts with Frost. Double hit, chance to inflict stun. Triple hit, chance to inflict freeze. Decent damage. Triple hit, looks like massive damage. And then chance to inflict bind. This looks like massive damage. 264. I mean, I guess, obviously, fully skilled up and stuff. And max HP. Okay, let's look at the Storm one. Damage with stun. Again, decent damage. AoE damage, not the best, but with a chance for bind. So this could be good. Look, I'm sinking. I'm sinking because I'm sinking my chair. Let me raise my chair a bit. Okay, and now I can sink in my chair and be lazy. So, this one could be good like a control where we need to control, but I'm not that impressed. Because bind is weird. The reason I'm not that impressed is bind is no action can be taken and evasion rate is decreased, but it removes when the caster uses a skill. So it kind of... Pretty much if you attack them, they get removed. Okay, let's look at the flame one. Okay, stun. Okay. Okay. So it kind of looks like the third hit has some decent damage, but is it strong enough? Is 264 strong enough as the damage and max HP compared to other ones? I guess maybe I could go with like a 2, because like if we judge from other ones like K and stuff, he could be a 2 for like stuff like this, for he does the triple hits. So maybe let's go with a fire one. Because like if I look, K is like a 5 for Penveed, which is amazing. Lots of hits. He only has them on the triple, on the third skill as a triple hit, right? And it's not good enough to just have it on just one. Because the other one's like, okay, triple hit here as well, I guess. But then double. Whereas K brings 4, 5, 4, 5, you know? I guess like just an average damage dealer. Maybe 2 everywhere where we need some sort of damage. That can help. So maybe a 2 over here. Like, again, I might be wrong. But he brings some damage, but he wouldn't be at the top of the list for me, right? He wouldn't be at the top of the list of somebody to build for doing damage. Again, I might have to test it. I might be wrong. He might just one-shot stuff. But I'm not sure. You know what? Let me just look quickly at her again. AoE 202, AoE 230, 355. Yeah, he's just not good enough. Yeah, if he was AoE, then yeah. But like this, no, just a 2 average damage dealer for some stuff. Maybe even not even using Escalhide and Apolea, honestly, because he doesn't bring good debuffs or stuff either. He's just lots of control and stuff. Maybe he's gonna get value for what's it called? Other areas where you can control, like favor dungeons, Arceus a 1, Tarask. You know what? I'm not sure I would build him. Wrong stuff. Go away. Why did I click the wrong stuff and I opened the game that I should not be opening? The trap. I might be completely underrating him, honestly. I might be completely wrong, but I guess, you know, let me just give him a 2 as a side damage dealer, I guess, pseudo damage dealer, like, you know, just another option, but I don't think he deserves too much. Whoops, you saw nothing. At least for most of these, I don't think he deserves much. I'm just giving him 2 in the Frost one. That's the one he starts with. Triple hit. Can be some interesting. Again, I might need to test him more. If anybody tests the Gareth, feel free to let me know so we can change it. Favor dungeons, like we said, from what I looked at the damage options, he might be a 4 on par with Urians for the single target stuff. Yeah, the multiplier is good. But like for favor, considering that we have another one that's a 5, that's going to be Sergius. There's no better option for DPS. It's either Urians or him. Guess he's kind of like on par with Urians for the damage he brings, plus a bit of control. Now, Forbidden Dungeon, I do believe that maybe for Forbidden Dungeon, he should be rated on his Storm Relic because he has the chance to put Bind. That can be a good control, right? And stuns on the first skill. So the AoE Bind on the third skill for the Storm one, maybe give him a 3. You know, just a little bit of control that can be helpful for the Forbidden Dungeon. So let's see, 3 on the Storm one, everything else. Story, honestly, I would not build him for story. So just rate him a 3 in the basic one. And then Arena, again, Arena, maybe a 2 in Arena for that bind. That could be interesting. Like, yeah, again, more testing needs to be done so that I can argue his kit so that I can say if it's better or worse. Okay, next one. Nicholas. Let's see, what is he? Defender, Crow. I know he's one of the ones that I face in Favor Dungeons. He's annoying. So, defense, Crow. I don't need to get all of them. Boom. Now then. Does bind go away even if he A1s? I think it does, yeah. I think if anybody else does something against them, they go away. Or like any skill he does, they go away. So that's why it's not as powerful as the control. Okay, next one. Oh yeah, we're looking at Nicholas. Gareth is a female. Oh? Oh yeah, she's a female. Okay, she. So Gareth is a she. Not bad. She has pledged loyalty to Arthur. She remains skeptical that he may one day become a despot like his father Uther. Okay. They're confusing sometimes with these ones. Did you do King Uriens yet? And that's a girl. Is King Uriens a girl as well? I did King Uriens, yep. Just set him over here. He's interesting. They gave him some interesting ratings. He has an interesting kid. Yeah, daughter in the description, yep. Yep, I saw that, Matthew. Thank you. Nicholas a little bit interesting. Then Gareth also encountered that team. Okay, so let's see what Nicholas does. 7 chapters, last boss is kicking your butt. It can be tricky. You wanna 3-star it. You don't need to 3-star it if you just wanna beat it. But if you need to 3-star it, then I will leave it for later. What's my take on him? I mean, you can always have access if you check in my check in the CLS Discord, my Discord. I'm gonna pin this. But I pretty much give him some interesting ratings. 3 for Penveed, 4 in Aldry, 3 in Iskalhide, Apolea, Cernunos, Kromkuruak, 4 for Furry Favorite Dungeons because there's not too many damage options, 3 in Forbidden Dungeons, 3 Story, 3 Arena. He can bring some interesting damage. He can bring defense penalty, so I think he has potential. He has huge potential. Will this be available after for us? Also, would you consider doing a guide on buffs and debuffs because they don't give the percentage on them? I mean, all of them have show how much you what's the chance to land, or do you mean like how much accuracy, hit accuracy to land a debuff? Because we don't have access to that info either, so would be hard to do. And yeah, this one is gonna be. I'm gonna share this one in my Discord as well. I'm gonna put it in my King Arthur channel, and I'm gonna create a resources. But also this should be added. I guess let me just edit the channel and then permissions. Everybody can view, people can now manage it. Just view channel, I guess. Let me see. So yeah, so people don't start changing stuff. But I'm gonna post this one in my Discord as well, but hopefully I should have a better resource to post it on later on. Tell no one I'm working on the website. Hopefully it's gonna be there. And we're gonna keep working on stuff. His counter has carried me through the whole game so far. Strike of Suppression is a great skill. If you gain critical chance 1, what is that increase? Oh yeah, it doesn't say. I know it's weird. Only if you go on the skill description. Like if you click on it itself, then it shows. It's okay, Paul. Okay, Nicholas. I'm guessing Nicholas is the brother of Rossier. Oh no, it doesn't say. Okay, let's see what Nicholas does. I know he's the pain in the backside when you face him in favor dungeons. But what does he actually do? When attacking, 100% chance to gain stealth for 2 turns. Which is annoying because that means he cannot be targeted by single target hit unless you do an AoE hit. Then this one, 100% chance to trigger when an Alex hit while Nicholas has stealth. Attacks enemy 2 times. And a chance to inflict taunt. Okay, let's see what chivalries change him. Hidden purpose. When attacking, grants shield, max HP to all others except yourself for 2 turns, so we ignore this one. Ambush. Sneak attack deals increased damage and additional damage based on defense. Which one's the sneak attack? Okay, so this one just gains more damage. So this one he has a 100% chance to counter. It's pretty good. And play taunt, that can be annoying. That can be really annoying. So let's see, Stormon. He starts off with, what's this? Single hit with taunt. 4 hits at random. Effect resistance decrease. triple hit with taunt. Same thing. I'm not that impressed. So far I'm not impressed. Chance to grant stealth to an ally except yourself. Chance to grant effect accuracy increase to each ally except yourself. And chance to gain stealth. That can be annoying. And then taunt. And then fire. Grant stealth to an ally. Chance to get effect accuracy to an ally. Inflict taunt on up to 4 random enemies and gain stealth. He just seems to be like a control weirdo. He's great in counter and vigor. Yeah, but it's like he's great in control, but like in specific areas. Like I would not use him in any of the standard dungeons, as an example, from what I'm seeing. Like I see no use for him in standard dungeons. So if we go over here, for example, Penvid 1. I would now rate him. Gorgos 1. Aldri 1. He brings nothing. Tarask 1 brings nothing. Iskalhide 1 just doesn't bring absolutely nothing against bosses. Cernuno, same thing, 1. Kromkruak 1. He might get some quirky uses in Favor, Forbidden Dungeon, Story, and Arena. So maybe, I guess, which one would be his best element? Guess this one gives the stealths. This one attacks one enemy 3 times. Taunt. This one again with taunt, so... Guess just a random, like, 3 for Favor Dungeons. A 2 for some controlling Forbidden Dungeons. Story I would not use, because Story just smack it. Arena, maybe 2 in Arena. He's rated to Chrome. Yeah, and Chrome, I don't think he brings anything for Kromkruak, because, you know, if you do get devoured, it's a problem. And then, what does he bring there? He cannot taunt the boss. He doesn't bring much that can help, so... Oh, all his weapons have Chrome on them. Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, but like when it comes to like Kromkruak, stuff like that's not worth it. Favorite Dungeon again. A3, he can bring some quirky stuff. 2 in Forbidden Dungeon again, some control. Story 1, Arena maybe 2 if you want to use some control, but that's about it. I don't see Nicholas being the first one I want to build. Oh, you're asking if Chrome is his family? Maybe his papa. It might be his father. We didn't know about it. Okay. Yes, so this tier is going to be, when it's done, it's going to be posted in my Discord. But also, hopefully, I'm working on something else. Hopefully, I should have a website. Because I'm working on one. So, as soon as I have it, obviously going to make videos on it. I'm going to share it with everybody. But for now, you can find it in my Discord. If you go to my Discord, which should be in the description of this. Or if you're on Twitch, !Discord. There should be a link, you can join, and then you go over there and go to the King Arthur, and you can find it. Lorenzo, thank you for the sub on YouTube, appreciate it. GG, well played, exactly. Okay, let's see, next one. Next one's gonna be Cormac. Okay, Cormac, I've heard some interesting stuff. And, let me just put the thing for a colon. What is a colon? His bull. Just a complete over here. Bull. She's a bull as well, I think, right? Sarah. No, she's serpent. Okay, so serpent. I guess I'll complete this later. Okay, Cormac. Cormac, I've heard some interesting stuff about his Frost Relic. So let's see what does he have. So first of all, he's a defender and he is Steed. So the defense, Steed. These tier lists are so helpful. I have no clue what heroes are good or not. Oh yeah, I get it. Yeah, sometimes they help, but you know, it's always good to look at the tier list, get info from them, but then also judge yourself. Maybe see some YouTube videos. Like I have a YouTube video on the 9 rares that I believe to be really good. However, working more on this tier list, I've seen that maybe I should have included Urians on it, right? Because he seems really awesome. And that's why I'm doing this on stream, because I want to get feedback. I want to make it as good as I can. I want to get as many opinions from people as possible, because I want this to always be a work in progress. I don't want this to be just my tier list, just Outbound Gaming's tier list. No, it's my tier list that I work with the community on. So it's going to be a more community tier list than just mine, you know? I hope it makes sense. I don't know. I know I'm old. I'm losing it. Okay, let's see. Cormac. Let's see what the pass is. Frigid Endurance. Gain passive 1, 2 cooldown decrease, defense increase 3, cooldown 3. Okay, passive 1 is this one. So the cooldown would go actually up. Gains defense increase for 2 turns. If there are 0 more enemies, 100% chance to gain evasion rate. I want to try and look, because the way that I'm writing the tier list is, I'm assuming everybody has Chivalry 1 or 0. You're old, 53 years old gamer. Okay, you're a bit older than me then. Frozen Waves. Irish Memorial deals additional damage based on defense to all enemies. Which one's that? Okay, this one. Attacks all enemies, deals some damage on defense. Okay, it's not... meh. Nothing too crazy. Let's see what's Chivalry 8. Maple Shield no longer removes defense, increase trigger chance plus 40%. Okay, so this one's only 50% to trigger when an ally is hit. Heals all allies by 18.9% of Cormac's defense. But then also, it says also, removes defense increase. So if he has defense increase, he removes that, and then he heals all allies based off Cormac's defense. So that's interesting. Okay, let's see his kit. So, Star Relic, meh, damage, then evasion rate decrease. That can be good. Second one, AoE hit. Deals additional damage to all enemies according to number of enemies. One enemy, more damage based on attack and defense. So this one, he can be an interesting AoE damage dealer, I guess. It's not huge damage though, but it looks interesting. Okay, third skill, 5 hits, 400% attack. Okay, so just straight up raw damage. He can be a good damage dealer. Okay, let's see the first one. This is the one that most people said he's good at. Double hit, evasion rate decrease, same thing. Double hit, 130 attack. Okay. AoE double hit. Okay, this one looks massive. AoE double hit. Good damage. Deals additional damage to enemies according to number of enemies. He gets more damage based off of attack and defense. So he can have 400% attack if there's 3 or more enemies. And 18% defense. So I guess this would be his spot. Like, this is what you would use him on. As another damage dealer, he can be really good. Then fire, double hit. AoE, hit over here again, additional damage. Then fire again, just single hit, 326. Okay, so I guess the way that I see it is the Storm one is good for Panvid, 5 hitter. It's only that one though, so 5 hitter then 1 hit. So I guess we can go for him and say for Panvid, let's say give him a 4, because somebody like a K is a 5. Then 1 and the other ones. For Gorgos, he's not going to be used. For Aldri, wait, I have to change this. There we go. For Aldri, he could be a, let me look the Storm one again. He can be a good damage dealer in the Storm one. 5 hitter just straight up for damage. I guess just as the solid damage dealer, I guess this is good. So I guess I can easily give him a 3. Tarask, he doesn't bring much into Rust though. Great damage, decrease evasion and speed aura for Arena. Really like him. Okay, so the speed aura for Arena gives him some extra bonus. Yep. Story and Arena. Okay, for Arena, he's going to be useful. He's going to be 5 in Arena just because of that aura. So let me just do it, because the same with Anguish. You would just use him because of that aura, and then happy days. Now, let's see for Tarask. Is it good enough damage in fire? 326. I don't think it's enough. I don't think you would use him in Tarask, honestly. He doesn't bring no attack gauge control. He doesn't bring any other stuff. Evasion rate decrease for 3 turns. Does Tarask put evasion rate up? No, he just puts attack speed increase. So I'm not sure I would use him. Maybe just give him a 2. Just, you know, if you have him belt, you're going to use him as a damage dealer. Iskall Hide though, again, I can give him a 3 because he does some solid damage in the Frost one. This one's amazing. Then Apollo again, A3 can be good damage dealer. Arceus, a 1, because fire would be the one you needed. Not enough damage compared to what other people bring and some other stuff. So, or maybe a 2 again, just a little bit of damage. Cernunnos, I think this one we would go with 3 on his Storm 1. Same thing for Chrome Kruak, 3 on the Storm 1. Favorite dungeons, whichever you use a 3. Forbidden Dungeon, you would go with Storm. Go with a 3, Storm Frost, because this one can do massive damage. And you wouldn't choose the other ones. And then Story, I guess, 3 overall. Right, I think that's what we believe about him. He's another one that's interesting, you know, can do good damage. Didn't really think about him. We need to test more, but he looks like he can do some cool stuff. Okay, I guess let's look at Frederick, and I think let's see, what is Frederick? I think Frederick is one that's quirky one, looks like a tree. What was the Escalhide rating? He's good there for decrease evasion. Let me look. So, Cormac, I gave him a 3. Gave him a 3 because, again, some good damage, can land the decrease evasion, but at the end of the day in Escalhide you would want to remove those buffs or block them in the first place. So just 3 as a damage dealer. That's what I thought. Okay, let's look at Frederick. He's a control and he's serpent. Control, serpent. He's one that looks quirky. Let's see what he does. 3 is fair because it's better to not have the buffs than counter it for sure. Yep, exactly. Okay, let's see. Chivalries. He's always based on Frederick max HP. That's good. Chivalry 3. Inflicts balance of nature on 2 random enemies for 2 turns. What's the laws of nature? So when? Number of uses. Inflicts balance of nature on 2 random enemies for 4 turns. Oh, at the start of the battle. So we ignore this one. We ignore the HP, the hit accuracy, and the evasion rate. Because again, judge him as Chivalry 1. Chivalry 8. When using a recovery skill, grants all allies recovery over time and attack increase 2 for 2 turns. That's good. That one sounds awesome as a support and as a healer. But again, we're judging him as Chivalry 1 only, but the Chivalry 8 we can put a note that he's amazing. Stop by to say hi. John B, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a while, mate. Hope you're doing good. Okay, let's look at his what else now. Starts with the fire one. First hit, just damage. Attacking increase can be buffed 2 times also. Okay, that's good. Buff transfer on an ally. Then heals all allies, so he can be a decent healer. Guess with this one. Then AoE hit and chance to trigger steel buff. 25% is too low though. Not good enough. Frost, let's see. Double hit. Double hit, chance to steel buff. I guess this one you could argue for Escalhide. Can be interesting. All is well, just focusing on the day trading. Saw you streaming and wanted to stop by and support. Thank you, John. I really appreciate it. His based weapon, red, is very good. I mean, it's good for healing, but it's I think that the chance to steal buffs is pretty low. So I wouldn't rate him in stuff where you need buff steal. So I think he would be like, I would rate him maybe like as a number 2 healer. Like he can bring some healing, but you wouldn't focus him, right? With the second skill, like he wouldn't be at the top. So 2 for healing compared to like the Sarahs, the Clementines, you would get that. Okay, let's see. So this one again, trigger, then heal all allies. But okay, this one's a massive heal on the Frost, can be good, 21%. You need his skill 2 only, just like Bedivere. Yeah. Storm, same thing. Over here, healing, same thing. Over here, chance to steal buffs. Okay, so I guess when it comes to Frost, he has good healing and good steal buff. So this one could be like a 3 for Escalhide. Skill 2 is godlike. You mean the healing? Oh yeah, with this one. Paired with Chivalry 8. With Chivalry 8, that one, I guess he can become a 5. Or sound like a 4 as a healer, right? Okay, so then let's just do that. Let's put at the end Chivalry 8 equals 5 as healer. Everywhere. Correct? Because that means with Chivalry 8, he would do a lot of healing. He would put recovery. The recovery over time healing, plus he puts attack increase. So Chivalry 8, 5 as a healer everywhere. Just like straight up simple healer. Because like you have Sarah that removes debuffs, but then he brings attack increase. So he kind of brings some different stuff. Okay, but without Chivalry 3, as a standard healer, I would rate him. Let's see, his base one is fire, I guess. Just same healing on the battle skill, same healing on this one, same healing on this one. Let's say we would mostly use the second skill. Then even though the third one does more healing, for something like a Penveed, I guess let's go with his base, the flame one. Has a chance to, actually, no, actually wait. We could go with the frost one because Penveed has buffs, so you can steal buffs. Let's see, trigger buff transfer on an ally, and then steal buffs. So this one, he can actually be a 3 for Penveed, because he can steal the buffs from Penveed, he can heal. Without Shiva, I never use this hero. Honestly, me neither, just in favor dungeons. Gorgos, not good enough. Aldri. Aldri, not good enough. Maybe you have a chance to steal buffs from Aldri, so maybe give him a 2 as a healer for Aldri. Tarask, again, Tarask, I'm just gonna go 1. He just doesn't bring enough. You want healers that do some attack gauge. Iskalhide, this one I want to rate him high. I think I give him a 3. Like this, because he can steal buffs on the second skill. Right in the Frost Relic, which is going to be strong. 70% chance to trigger steal buff can be good. With some good healing over here, so that one can be good there. But when you use his S3, make sure you have buffs on him. He will transfer his buffs to allies. Yep. So when you use S2 with attack buffs, he will transfer also his buffs to allies with Chivalry 8 only. Yep. Okay, Apolea as a healer, I guess just a 2. A little bit of a healer. Arceus. Just a 2 as a healer, I guess. Just a little bit there of something. Let me see again. Yeah, just simple buff transfer. I guess he can help, because I guess he can transfer the buffs. Can help with that. So maybe just 2 as a healer. Sternunos, not the best, so I guess there's no buffs to steal there. So we just go with his base of fire. 2 as a healer there, 1-1. 2 as a healer, 1-1. Favorite dungeons. I guess for favorite dungeon, I think I'm going to rate him high because I don't think there's other healers or better healers than him for Serpent. Let's look again. Actually, no, wait. We have Sarah. So because we have Sarah and she's a 5, I guess he can get... Let's just check Serpent again. So Serpent, Morgan, Clarison, which is a damage dealer, right? Yep, just damage dealer. Then who else is Serpent? Sigrun. Again, damage, mark staff, no healer. Then the other healer is Sarah, which obviously Sarah's the 5, she's the best. Any other Serpent healer that we see? Just him. So because I rated Sarah 5, right? He's gonna be 4 from my point of view because he's the next best healer you get, right? That's why I'm judging it. That's why I'm looking at the favorite dungeon. Okay, you don't have Sarah, which is a 5 as a healer. Where's Sarah? Sarah. What did I do? Did I screw? Oh no, she's over here. Okay, so because we have Sarah as a 5 in favor dungeon, but you don't use her in the storm one, then obviously him, what is he again? Frederick as a 4, and I guess for him, in favor dungeon, I'm putting 4 everywhere because you can use whatever depending on what you face. Whereas for Sarah, pretty much most of the time you just go with the storm one because that one gives defense up. No, it's everything. I'm doing I'm working a little bit on everything. Rares, legendaries, uncommons. Like I did work on some legendaries, the free ones, Morgan Tristan, but those are more complex, you know, they require lots of work, so I'm still working on it. I just went with a little bit of the rares because they're a little bit easier to judge. And then legendaries, again, will ask for more input. Okay, let's see. Forbidden Dungeon. Forbidden Dungeon, I guess, same principle. He's just an average healer, so I'll go with the fire one. Story, average healer. Arena, average. Might even get like one, because most of the time you don't use many healers in Arena, as far as I've seen. Actually, you know what? No, he gets a 2, because then, you know, if you get him with the Chivalry 8 where he puts attack up, he could bring that to be better. Frederick needs Chivalry 8. It's for endgame. Paired him with Bedivere will have big damage. Can one-shot some enemies in Forbidden 80 up. That's true. Okay. So I think we're gonna leave it at this for now. I'm getting hungry. Still got lots of other work to do. And yeah, busy. But let's go and have a look. And by the way, again, if you want access to, if you're on this tier list, if you want to know where you find it, just join my Discord. You can check on any of my YouTube videos. I have a Discord link. Just click that one. You can go there, check it. I'm going to constantly update it. And as soon as it's ready and as soon as I'm ready to post it, somewhere that I'm working on we're going to release it. But still got to work. It's lots to do. So we'll have to see. But yeah, let's look who's playing King Arthur on Twitch first. Rate somebody on Twitch. If anybody plays King Arthur, if not, then we're gonna go and rate. Okay, so we do have some people. Let's see. So I guess an English speaker. Oh yeah, JR Star. I guess let's go to JR Star. Used to he's a raid content creator, so we know him from there. Okay, let's see. Boom, boom. There we go. But yeah, let's jump. Let's give a raid there. Thank you everybody for hanging around. I appreciate all the feedback. Hope we're doing good with this. Hope we make it a perfect one. And I'll see if I do stream another again tomorrow or not to try and finish this off. But we'll see. For now, no, but maybe we'll jump back tomorrow. But anyway, thank you all for hanging around. And I guess see you in the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.